Hey everyone, welcome in. We are going to get a message for the upcoming week, a message of guidance and support. So pick a pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. We're looking at the energy of July 28th through August 3rd, 2024. So pile 1, you have the infinity symbol. Pile 2, you have the triskelion symbol. Pile 3, the yin and yang symbol. So go ahead and fill into what pile feels correct to you, and we'll get started. So 1, 2, or 3. All right, pile 1, welcome in. So you chose the infinity symbol here. So I love the infinity symbol. It speaks of cycles, things that never end, a continuous flow, abundant energy, and it really is the way that energy works. It is never ending. It is constantly flowing, and I really love that. So let's go ahead and let's first look at the crystals that are coming up. So crystals for support this week. We have celestite, which I love, a really nice pale blue color for communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. So it looks like both of the crystals that you have, pile 1, they are all like upper chakra crystals. So celestite is fantastic for connecting to the angelic realm. And that pale blue color brings in just a lot of really gentle peace and joy. So celestite would be great to work with. And then moldavite, so welcoming in the green ray for renewal and healing. So green might be a great color for you this week to work with. I love moldavite. Oh, hey, I'm wearing a moldavite ring. I love moldavite. It's one of my favorite stones to work with. It's healing, protection, telepathy, connection. This is connecting you to the galactic realm, while celestite is connecting you to the angelic realm. So really beautiful crystals for this week. And then the stone of this ruin here is Super 7. So that might be another great stone to work with this week. So we have moldavite and celestite. So I thought it would be fun to pull a card. Let's look at the energy to focus on, or the theme of the week, and then we'll also look at what to avoid, and we'll pull some tarot too. Hold on one sec. I think I'm going to move that out a little. Okay. And thanks so much for being here. So pile 1, for those watching pile 1 for this upcoming week, what do they need to know? What is like the main energy to focus on? Theme, possibly the main energy of this week for pile 1. And then let's also look at what to avoid. Avoid, let go of. An energy that maybe isn't well aspected this week for pile 1. And thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your support. What to avoid this week for pile 1. I'm hearing don't lose hope. So don't lose hope, pile 1. Okay. Oh, how perfect is this? Full moon in Leo. So we don't have a full moon in Leo, but we do have a new moon in Leo, I believe, on Sunday. And we're entering, well, we are in Leo season. We're also in the Lionsgate portal from now until, I think it's like August 11th or 12th. So do your best to keep your thoughts and energy as positive as possible, because that energy is magnified. So be very mindful of that. But I love this energy. It says, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. I'm also hearing stay open to options. Don't limit yourself. And also be open to new ideas and inspiration. I'm really loving this card. I love the energy of this. And it's almost like don't let yourself get in the way, right? So with the two crystals coming in, that moldavite and celestite, that gives the energy of making sure you're connecting in with your guides and guardians, with your higher self. Don't let your ego run the show this week. There might be a tendency to, you know, want to prove yourself right or be proven right. Don't let your ego get in the way. Yeah, and just connect in with your higher self. So let's go ahead and pull. Yeah, let's just do 5 cards for each. Why not? What else do we need to know about this week? What else does pile 1 need to know about this week? It feels like a really great week for creative inspiration this week. So if you have any creative endeavors, pile 1, this might be a great week for inspiration. I'm also hearing observation. You can get a lot of inspiration from observing others, observing how you interact with others. Wow, yeah, we've got a lot of fire energy, so typical Leo fashion. And that might also be where that pale blue can come in handy, because that pale blue, if the energy is really aggressive or really fiery, that pale blue will help to bring in a lot of peace and calm the body down, calm the energy down. And then that green ray can be very rejuvenating too. So we have the 8 of Fire. The card says taking swift action, important, many things happening at once. This can also be a lot of fast communication, internet, working online, that type of energy. And I also feel like this is kind of where the ego is going to come into, because we have this Knight of Fire over here too. So there's definitely a lot of fire energy. So, you know, think taking action, the need to take action, creativity, passion, inspiration. But what I'm really feeling like, I also think part of the challenge for this week is going to be communicating clearly. And I'm going to say pause before you speak, especially if you're feeling really fired up this week, or if you're feeling, there's almost an energy here of wanting to like push your ideas, or push, I don't want to say push your agenda, but there's something you're really fired up about, and that's fantastic. But there's an energy here of trying to push that on other people, really wanting to be heard, but you're going about it in the wrong way. That's kind of the energy here. So I feel like if you are trying to get others to hear your voice, especially if it's on a topic that is not very popular, or people may not even want to hear the message, you know, inspiring others through creativity, getting your message through by either action that you're taking, or, you know, creativity would be probably the best way to communicate that this week. So the Page of Air, the card says learning, communication, and clarity, honesty, gaining wisdom through a conversation. I know it came up in reverse. This deck isn't read in reverse, so I'm reading it upright. But the challenge here is speaking clearly, thinking things through before you go into a conversation. Not allowing your ego to get in the way, and also embracing that maybe other people just don't want to hear what you have to say, or their values are different. They're not seeing things the same way as you. With the 5 cards, so in the regular tarot, this would be the Hierophant. This card says traditions, spirituality, ceremony, using spiritual tools. I really feel, especially with this card being the center of this spread right here, and also with the crystals that we have, that this is relying on your spiritual craft, relying on tradition, relying on what how do you bring yourself back to center. With the infinity here, this is that constant need to renew your energy, rejuvenate your energy, remind yourself of what is important, connecting with a higher power, your higher self, whatever it is that you resonate with, whether that's God, whatever, really, really leaning into your spiritual practice this week, leaning into the angelic realm, leaning into your galactic family for support and help this week. I feel like that's going to be very, very helpful. I'm also hearing don't take yourself too seriously. I feel that with the 3 of Fire. The card says exploration, expansion, seeking new adventure, and growth. So a great week for expanding your awareness, but this feels like not so much trying to inspire the outside world, but more on how can you keep yourself grounded, centered, focused on action that benefits you, that will bring you greater growth, not taking yourself super seriously, allowing yourself for fun. That's what I'm really feeling here with the 3 of Fire, welcoming in some energy of fun, disconnecting from the world, connecting in with what lights you up, what gets you super excited, and connecting in with that energy. I feel like having one day this week where you're not online, where you're not, you can disconnect from the internet, I think would be very helpful this week. Be very careful, be very mindful online. Also, if you're reading a post or something's really pissing you off, if you can't engage in that in a helpful way, disengage. And we've got the Knight of Fire here, searching for motivation. The card says impatient, adventurous, daring, need to think things through carefully. Yeah, and that's really what I feel with this Page of Air card too, is thinking things through, not just saying the first thing that pops into your mouth. Also not necessarily taking the first action. Give yourself a little bit of space. There's a lot of fire energy. Fire can be pretty fast moving energy as well. Just really check yourself. Are you coming from an ego perspective or way of being, or are you coming from a genuine heart-centered space this week? And don't be too impatient. But I do really feel like you are very much supported, especially with, even though the card says don't let pride get in your way, and it's full moon energy. It's not full moon energy this week, but the card is the energy of the full moon, which can be a lot. It's a very intense energy. There's a softness here too. It's very subtle, and I think that's where this traditions is coming in. You can really tap into that subtle softness this week if you allow yourself to lean into spirit, lean into your guides, lean into their guidance this week. So I feel like this was a good mix of like the main thread of the week, the main energy of the week, but also what to avoid. But I know that's the question we asked for this card. Oh my gosh. Are there a lot of Leos that picked pile 1? More Leo energy. Oh, now look at this. So new moon in Leo. I know we have a new moon this Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's a new moon in Leo. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but anyway, new moon in Leo. But look at the contrast too. Like you have the energy of the full moon, which is very intense. It is intensifying everything. Full moon energy to me it's like the energy of clear quartz, which magnifies everything. It intensifies everything. So whatever you focus on this week is going to be highly intense. And then you have the new moon, which is that subtle, soft energy that I was talking about. It is that releasing, it quiets down, the energy's not so intense. So major contrast here. And it says confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. How cool is that? Tons of fire. Definitely Leo energy. We're in Leo. Now, this was what to avoid. So I'm going to say, be confident. It's not a week to be dismissive of your thoughts and ideas, but also you're not letting your ego run the show. So let's pull some cards here. What to avoid. I just think that is so cool that we have two Leo energy, but contrasting Leo energy. I don't know. I just like when things like that happen. I think it's really cool. So what do we need to know about what to avoid this week or to be mindful of this week? Confidence is your key to success. I'm hearing don't discount yourself. And if this is a work-related, something coming up in with work, make sure you're getting paid what you are worth. It's not settling for less. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What does pile one need to know about what to be mindful of or avoid? We have the Hanged Man. We have the Eight of Earth. Page of Earth. High Priestess. And we have the Queen of Air. Yeah, it does definitely feel like I feel like the area of life where things might get a little, things could be a little off kilter this week will be with your home life, work, money, that sort of thing. I'm also going to say be mindful of your money this week. I wouldn't account for your money is what I'm hearing. So account for your money. So we have card number 12, perspective. In the regular tarot deck, this is the Hanged Man. The card says an awakening or epiphany, looking at things very differently, lightening up. I do feel like there is a need to take a break this week, to kind of back off a little bit, to give yourself some space, give your thoughts some space. I wouldn't rush into anything this week. And again, if there's something you're really pushing for or trying for this week, it just might not work out this week, and that's okay. Let that be. So a new perspective coming in. And also with this High Priestess, like it's the energy of really just needing to go within, give your thoughts and inspiration a moment to kind of breathe. I'm also hearing hold your cards close to you. I wouldn't be announcing what you're doing or what you're excited about doing, or the kind of got this earlier too when I was looking at just in general the energy of the week, the Eight of Earth. which is a really steady energy. I really love this energy. The card says learning all there is to know about a subject, school, or training, but this is just you going about your daily life, doing the day-to-day thing, getting stuff done. Nothing really out of the ordinary. But I feel like that's kind of where you need to get a break from. Mix it up a little bit this week, especially with all the fire energy up here, giving yourself a healthy outlet, a healthy, like you guys have a lot of energy. It feels like there's a lot going on. You have a lot of physical energy. There's a lot of new ideas, new things you want to bring in. But it feels like you just need some time to let things percolate before you take a lot of action. But I love this, but give yourself kind of a break, mix it up a little bit. For some of you, I feel like not having, I feel like for some of you, if you get bored this week, I feel like that's where you could kind of run into problems a little bit. And then we have the Page of Earth. Learning about material life, practical, wanting to prosper, learn how to manage money and career. I'm also feeling, this is where I'm feeling that balancing your money, accounting for your money, make sure you have, before you spend, make sure you have that money to spend. But with the traditions card here above it, it definitely feels like giving yourself a chance to disconnect from daily life. Give yourself a chance to disconnect from the physical realm a little bit, and again, the crystals are speaking to that too, with the celestite and moldavite. Go to your happy place. Do you have a happy place in your mind that you like to go to kind of just disconnect, check in with your guides, slow things down a little bit? We have the High Priestess. The card says, trust your intuition, have patience, silence, honoring the mystery. And I love that, especially that patience. And this is where I feel like, with the Three of Fire, give yourself some space. Do something fun, do something you love, do something that you can do on your own so you can have some quiet time to kind of reflect on what is going on. But again, it's not a week where you can really rush anything. I feel like you're going to want to rush to make some things happen, but it's just not working that way this week. Queen of Air, mastered clarity, independent, clear insight and communication, wise, walk away from toxicity. Especially with this Knight of Fire above, this is just a very clear message of avoiding toxic people. Avoid this week people that are going to trigger you, especially if you don't feel like you've got the bandwidth for it this week. If you're feeling tired, worn out, whatever, this is not going to be a great week to, if you can, avoid the people that really push your buttons. And again, going back to, think before you speak or post, for that matter. Just be very mindful of your actions this week. Yeah, it's really interesting. So you guys have the infinity symbol. So it's, that constant flow of energy, the giving, receiving. I feel like there's going to be a big contrast here as far as the energy that you are putting out, the energy that you are giving, and what you're bringing back isn't going to feel like, it's going to feel off this week. And that's okay. Eventually, that whatever you give out is going to come back to you. But I just feel like this week feels a little it's not bad, nothing like that, but it doesn't feel, I don't even want to use this word because I hate it. It doesn't feel fair. But you know, life is not fair. So, but if it's that type of energy, like, God, what am I doing wrong? Like, I feel like I'm doing all the right things and things just aren't falling into place. You know, if you find yourself in that type of energy, that's where, you know, the high priestess energy, the hangman, the hierophant energy comes in and reminds you of your spiritual practice, connecting with spirit, get guidance from your guides and angels, and disconnect if needed, because it is a lot of fire energy. The other cool thing about having a lot of the Leo energy here is Leos really know how to have fun. So schedule some fun this week, pile one. Do something fun, do something inspiring, do something that helps you disconnect with daily life. Like, give yourself a break, a healthy break. All right, pile one, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I am still running a discount until August 5th, so code SUMMER for 35% off a reading. My info's below, and we'll see you soon. Hey, pile two, welcome in. So let's go ahead and take a look at the energy. What do you need to know this upcoming week? So thanks so much for being here, you guys. So the symbol that you guys chose with pile two is the triskelion. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I love this symbol. It represents past, present, and future. It also asks you to kind of go with the flow, to adapt to new circumstances with flexibility, having grace for yourself. It's just a really nice flow of energy. So that is the rune that you picked. And let's go ahead and look at, I thought it would be fun to look at like the main energy or message for the week, and then also what to avoid. So what is the overall energy for this upcoming week for pile two? The main thread of energy, the dominant energy of the week, and then we'll look at what to avoid. Main energy of the week for pile two. And thanks so much for being here, pile two. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing something fun. Okay. Sage stick, cleanse, nice. And then what to avoid or be mindful of for this upcoming week as it relates to pile two. We got two here. And then I pulled a crystal card for support for you guys. So you guys have the titanium rainbow quartz, awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, powerful shift. I love that. So it does feel like new energy is coming in for you this week, or a new perspective. What I really love about titanium rainbow quartz, it's quartz where metals have been permanently bonded to it. So it's a really interesting process, but only the strongest crystals make it out because the heat is so intense when they're bonding the metals to the crystal, that a lot of them break. So the ones that make it through are incredibly tough. So pile two, this is speaking to your resilience, your strength and stability, having a very firm foundation. I love that. And then the rainbow colors, welcoming in all of the colors. So there's a real vibrancy to this week, which I love. And then quartz is a magnifier of energy. We are also in the Lionsgate portal. So from now until, I believe it's like August 11th or 12th, the energy is magnified, just like quartz magnifies energy. So be very mindful of your thoughts, words, and actions, because they are going to be amplified. So I love that. Titanium rainbow quartz. So let's move this little dude over here. Okay, we have sage stick cleanse. So maybe it's a great week to kind of cleanse yourself. We are working with big energy here, working with air. So thoughts, clarity, clearing your mind, being of clear thought, thinking positively as well, because your thoughts drive your actions. So what is your intention? I feel like starting every day with an intention is really important and very helpful. So if you've never done that before, this would be a great week to start each day with an intention. How do you want to feel? No matter what happens, how do you want to feel? Or, I usually set an intention for a feeling. How do I want to feel? So if you've never done that before, try it. I find it very helpful. All right, so let's pull some tarot cards to clarify. Sage, stick, and cleanse. The other thing I'm also feeling with this is it might be a good week to kind of review and reflect what you are watching, what you are listening to, because maybe some of that needs to be cleared out too. Okay, what does pile 2 need to know about cleansing? It's card number 13 too, so a 4. Again, that firm foundation, stability. It feels like you guys are going to feel very confident, very stable this week, very balanced. I'm going to flip this around. This deck isn't intended to be read in reverse, so I'm not going to read the cards in reverse unless that's what it feels like. Oh, interesting. Look at these air cards coming in, you guys. Okay, so we have the 3 of water. We've got a lot of 3s going on here. Even with your symbol, the 3, past, present, future. It's the energy of 3. So we're starting off with a 3 of water, or 3 of cups, friendship, community, celebration, the need to have more fun, to lighten up, air, lighten up, cleanse. So definitely an energy here encouraging you to lighten up, celebrate, have fun, connect with people you enjoy. This also feels like a challenge this week for you guys, pile 2. And I don't know why that is. Embrace the fun, embrace the color, embrace vibrancy, embrace friendship, fun, celebration. Allow yourself to be lighter. Allow yourself to receive. We have the star as well. I love this. Hope, magic, you're on the right path. Make long-term plans, make a wish. If you are planning a vacation this week or are thinking about a vacation, go ahead and make that plan. Go ahead and do it. Make the plan, schedule some fun, dream big, don't settle for less. I feel like this is where you're really being asked to, it almost feels like a need to step up to be more positive, or you're really being invited to, encouraged to be very mindful with your thinking. I do feel like this week could be a challenge for you guys. It might be hard to be positive. It might be hard this week to see the good. You may just be feeling very pessimistic. But I feel like that's also the challenge here, because there's beautiful energy that is wanting to come in. There is some resistance here, so you could be pushing all of this goodness away. So cleanse your space, cleanse your thoughts, check in with yourself, especially if you start feeling agitated, or maybe you're just not feeling well, or you're feeling angry or pissed off or whatever it is. Stop and review, what were you just thinking, or what were you just watching. See if you be very mindful of how your thoughts are influencing how you physically feel, because we have the 3 of air. The card says take time to heal, learning to forgive, wounded. In the traditional tarot deck, this is the card, if you're familiar with it, it's a card with the heart, with the swords, the 3 swords in it. But this feels like self-inflicted. This feels like almost like you don't want to see, not all of you, but it's almost like not wanting to see the goodness in life. And that's okay. Maybe you just need to have a pity party and be, angry or frustrated or whatever, but work through that. But this is avoidable, because I feel like this is self-inflicted. I don't feel like this is someone else doing this to you, although you might view it that way. But this is you choosing to buy into a negative thought or belief, and then you're ruminating on it, and it's just causing you a lot of pain. So be mindful of that. 9 of air. Guilt, worry, expecting the worst, sleepless nights, regrets, and obsessive sorrow. So you have this beautiful energy that is here, the make-a-wish, everything's okay, a reminder that you are working with a firm foundation. Truly, everything really is well. So what is this anxiety about? Again, it feels self-inflicted. It feels like listening to people, not being discerning, watching things that are negative, and then just buying into that. So if you are having a lot of anxiety this week, take a look at that. What are you learning about that? Where is that coming from? Interesting. And we have the 4 of earth. The card says greedy, controlling, stubborn, possessive, resisting change, refusing to compromise. This is being very, very inflexible. This is also going back to the vacation thing. If you're, wanting to plan a vacation, do it. You have the money. Don't what I'm feeling with this is resistance to joy. This is resisting having a good time. This is resisting embracing the beauty that is here, that is in your life. And I do feel like this is you doing this to yourself. So interesting. Embrace more of that joyful energy. Embrace, and working with bright, vivid colors, I think would be very helpful for you this week to kind of get you out. The energy, especially with these cards here, it feels very stale and very stuck. Mix it up a little bit. Invite in some fun. Schedule something that you enjoy. Give yourself something to look forward to. And if you can afford a big elaborate vacation or something like that, give yourself a little something to look forward to. Maybe you're going to go and get coffee with a friend or something after work or at lunch. Give yourself something to look forward to. So let's see. Here's we asked the question here, what to avoid. The card says Wisdom Keeper Mastery. It's card number 36. and I'm really feeling discernment here with the birds, the mountain. I'm feeling being discerning with your thoughts, thinking things through, not allowing others, like, listen to other people's ideas, sure, but don't buy it hook, line, and sinker. Is that true for you? Be very discerning. That's what I'm feeling here. Be very discerning, especially with the snake there as well. That's almost like, transmuting two different, it's hearing something and then deciphering, is that true for me? Do I feel like that is that message for me? Whatever it is. But it's like transmuting any energy that is throwing you off course. Because there is kind of a little bit of a victim energy up here. And this card is asking you to, well, it's stating you are a master. You know what you're doing. You have discernment. Steer your ship. Don't allow other people to influence you to such a point that you allow yourself to get knocked off course. And again, that's where the sage and the cleansing would really come in handy too. The other card here, oh, look at that. Seer, prophecy, it's card number 5. I love the yellow on this card too. So stepping into your self-confidence, into your guidance, follow your path, follow your guidance this week. Pretty powerful messages here about discernment. Okay, let's pull, let's get some clarity here. Let's see if I can slide these down so we can still see them. The main energy of the week for you guys is the need for healing, the energy of forgiveness, of walking away, of, so I do feel like discernment is going to be a big part of this week for you guys. What else do we need to know about mastery and prophecy, wisdom keeper, seer? What else do we need to know? And if there is a situation going on that you would like some personal insight on, I am still running a discount, a 35% discount on sessions with code SUMMER, and my info is below. All right, what else does pile 2 need to know about what to avoid, be mindful of? I think pile 1 got this card. So we have the Emperor card. So this could be dealing with a boss or, work life here with the Emperor. The card is number 4. It says logic, using common sense. I'm feeling the common sense big time here. Consistency, leadership, and organization. What I'm feeling from these cards are you lead you. This is your life. They're your thoughts. It's you taking action. How are you leading your life? This could also be maybe a boss or someone in a leadership position that maybe you need to stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself a little more. Don't be afraid to speak up. If you disagree with someone, just because they are in a leadership position doesn't mean that you can't make your point, your voice heard, or be clear about something. I'm hearing them, don't allow people to walk all over you. And again, having that victim energy up here a little bit, no, you have a firm foundation. You are valid. Your thoughts and feelings are valid. So this might be a week of advocating for yourself, standing up for yourself as well. Being under the 3 of water, this could also be with friends. Maybe you are the type of person that you just kind of always just go along with what everybody else wants to do, even though maybe you have a suggestion of something that would be really fun, you don't speak up. So speak up with your friends as well. Let your voice be heard. It's okay to speak up. 3 of fire, exploration, expansion, seeking new adventure and growth. And I feel like that this is kind of the key to this week. If you're feeling stuck, stagnant, overwhelmed, frustrated, you need a change of scenery. Go for a walk, take some action, do something you enjoy, but give yourself some space. The 3 of fire, it's the energy of expansion and space. And look, that's underneath the star too. So giving yourself time to dream. Maybe this would be a good week to, I don't know, is there something creative that you could tap into to help you work through stagnation? It could be something like that. Photography, going out in nature, taking pictures, painting, something like that. King of air, so balanced leadership, articulate, direct, professional, speak your mind with confidence. This is not the week to back down. This is not the week to, of course you can be respectful, you don't have to be a jerk about it, but don't allow people to walk over you this week. Back to that wisdom keeper, that mastery card. Don't allow others to walk all over you. We have the 6 of air, new perspective, recovery, travel, or having to change location. This is under the 9 of air as well. I honestly just feel like you guys kind of just need a break. You might just need a timeout this week. Get away from people. Give yourself some a space to breathe. I'm also hearing distancing yourself from people. So you might just need a break from people, some solo time out. Queen of fire, mastered creation, manifesting, trust yourself, you know what you want. What's interesting here, and this is under the 4 of earth. So you have a card here speaking about wisdom keeper and mastery, a seer, prophecy, you know what you want, you can see what you want. But maybe there's some fear or doubt or whatever. You're letting other people talk you out of something. This is a reminder that you know what you want, so go for it. You don't need to hold tightly to the past or hold tightly to things because you can manifest more. So it's okay. You spend some money, lighten up. You can manifest more of that. You're a manifester. But this really, what I'm feeling from this, I think the biggest takeaway, pile 2, for you guys is to go for what you want. Don't put yourself on the back burner this week. Don't allow other people to try to talk you out of something. Advocate for yourself. Speak up for yourself this week. And like I said, we're in that Leo Lionsgate portal. So it's a great time for manifesting something or working towards something. The energy really supports that. It's a magnifier of energy. But likewise, it can do the same and amplify the energy of confusion or anxiety. So be very mindful of that this week. Advocate for yourself, pile 2. Embrace rainbow energy. I feel like that would be really helpful too. All right, pile 2, have a fantastic week. We'll see you soon. Welcome in, pile 3. So you have the symbol, the yin and yang symbol, which I love. balance, fluidity, harmony, integration, finding that balance between light and dark, masculine and feminine, finding a really nice flow this week, working with it all. How can you find a flow and a way of being that works for you, and others this week? It feels like just a really delicate balance this week. But interesting with that, I'm hearing very loudly is don't back down. So maybe you are needing to advocate for yourself this week. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what's coming up. So let's look at the main energy of the week for pile 3. Main energy, theme, advice and guidance for pile 3. And then we'll also look at what to avoid. But this is going to be the main energy of the week. And thanks so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. I just really appreciate all of you very much. Ooh, creation. I'll hold this up to the camera in just a sec. And then pile 3, what should they be mindful of or avoid? I'm hearing distraction. So maybe there's energies, people that are going to try to pull you off course or distract you. And of course, we're always on course. We can never be pulled off of our path, but we can definitely use time and energy, excess time and energy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, what to avoid. So let's start off by looking at the crystals that will be supportive. Oh my gosh, you got both topaz. I love that. So blue topaz, finding a spiritual ally, higher wisdom, abundance, and forgiveness. I love topaz, period. I think it's a powerful crystal. I absolutely love it. So connecting in with your higher self, your angels and guides, discernment is coming in here, finding that peaceful flow. This blue topaz has a very gentle, peaceful energy about it, but it also is very direct. I feel like topaz has a really masculine quality in that it's very direct. It almost feels like a direct link from where you are now to where you want to be. You know, it's a very linear line. That's what I love about topaz. It's just very direct. But this is inviting in advice and guidance from the higher realms, finding a spiritual ally. That could also be, a mentor too. That could be a person here on this planet that can help support you. And then we have the golden topaz, which is so beautiful. Faith, wise action, perseverance, and confidence, which I'm really loving. It's that perseverance too, that linear energy that I feel with topaz. It's that perseverance. It is no matter what, like, you know what you want and you're going to go for it. Is it going to happen exactly how you want it to happen? Probably not. But you're staying the course. You know what you want. So I love that. So work with topaz. And blue, that's also communication, third eye energy, discernment. Then that yellow and orange color, self-confidence, creativity, being energized and directed by your passions, which I love that as well. Having faith. I feel like pile 3, I feel like you guys do have a lot of faith. And I love that. So the card is number 39 and it says Beaver Moon Creation. So we're working with creation energy this week. realizing that you are a creator, you are creating your life. Everything you have, everything you are experiencing, you have created in some way. That could be really wonderful. That can also, be shit. So being very mindful of that. And I feel like you guys are. All right, let's pull some tarot here. But yeah, it's like finding that balance. And standing up for yourself, advocating for yourself, standing up for yourself, especially if you've got a lot of people around you that are not super supportive. Maybe they're, doubters. Maybe we'll move this one over here. Do we have less glare? Yeah. Okay. So let's pull some tarot advice and guidance for this upcoming week. What do we need to know about creation? Have the Nine of Air, the World. Wow, maybe some of you are finishing up with something. You're entering into a new chapter, something new. Yeah, definitely the energy of closing out of a cycle, welcoming in a new cycle. So we're starting off the reading with the Nine of Air, which is about guilt, worry, expecting the worst, sleepless nights, regrets, and sorrow. I feel like this is the energy that you guys are coming out of, and I feel like that's why you are so dedicated to your path. You have just been through a lot. You are ready. You're just ready. Whatever is about to unfold in your life or come into your life, you're ready for it. Again, I heard that message, don't back down, but I don't feel like you guys will. It feels like you're very much committed to whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're working towards. You're very committed to it. We have the World card coming in with completion, fulfillment, path to enlightenment, time to celebrate. Interesting, all three piles have gotten the message to take time out, to acknowledge your accomplishments, to celebrate, to have fun. Just the fact that we are here as human beings experiencing everything we are experiencing, that is something to celebrate. So be sure to pat yourself on the back, celebrate, high five yourself, whatever it is, and notice and acknowledge your accomplishments. But this definitely could be the energy of closing out of a cycle, welcoming in something new. So maybe some of you are leaving a job, starting a new job, embarking on something new in your life. These are big cards, so this could very much be a cycle completing here. We've got the Two of Earth. So interesting with the yin and yang symbol, finding that balance. It is a week of finding balance. So the card says budgeting, making good financial decisions, multitasking, but this is balancing everyday life, the day-to-day stuff, making time for yourself, making time to create and bring in whatever it is that you're creating. Remember, we do have the creation card over here. So what is it that you're creating? What is it that you're bringing in? This is, how do you balance all of it? And I feel like that's kind of the challenge here, is how do you balance all of that? Then we have the Five of Fire. That this is probably why I was hearing the don't back down. It says competition, rivalry, disagreements, and conflicts. So there could be some disagreements. This is going back and forth with a group of people, arguing. There is really you're not going to agree. But that does not mean that you need to not pursue what is right for you. It could just be explaining yourself or trying to convince somebody of something is just not going to work this week. So just don't bother with that. It's a waste of energy. But just know that there could be some disagreements here, and disagreements that doesn't mean don't continue moving forward, or yeah, just stay the course. And then we have the card says goodbye. In the regular tarot, this would be the death card, is card number 13. It also represents Scorpio. So if there's some Scorpios watching this, this is your card. It says letting go, transformation, grief, respectively moving on. So I do feel like there is definitely an ending coming this week, or it could be a beginning. It'll be both, obviously. When something ends, something else begins. So it definitely is entering into a new cycle this week. So what is that for you guys? I'm really curious because these are really big cards. Yeah, transformation and change, letting go, moving forward, grief, and experiencing all of it. We came here for all of it. Very interesting. What are you creating? I'm just looking at the numbers here. Okay, so let's look at what to be mindful of or avoid. Very interesting. Okay. Ooh, look how pretty. Card number 8, it says waxing crescent, and the card says the path. So the path ahead might not be clear. Maybe you don't, you know where you want to go. You know what you're trying to bring in, but you may not know how to get there or how to go about doing it. But that doesn't mean stop or give up. You know, keep going, keep moving ahead. This could also be, I don't want to say bad news, but maybe you were hoping to get a job, or you were hoping to get a position, or there is an energy up here. I just coming back up to this for a second, of disappointment. There's an energy of disappointment. So if an opportunity doesn't work out this week, don't give up on what it is that you're wanting. Don't give up on that. I feel like that's really important. So the path, card number 8. All right, so let's get some advice and guidance on this card here. This is what to be mindful of this week, what to watch out for. I'm also hearing you don't rush into decisions. You don't have to, if you don't have to make the decision this week, hold off a little bit, think things through. Wow, look at this. We have the Fool card coming in right in the center of this. It's really awesome. Yeah, I definitely feel for some of you, this does have the energy of starting a new job, looking for a new job, you know, especially with these Earth cards here. So it could be that maybe this week you are starting a new job, and it is, you know, it feels a little overwhelming. I feel like you guys are so solid. The energy of pile 3 just feels solid. I mean, you guys, you may be feeling a little uncertain of yourself because there have been some big changes that have happened recently, but you guys are fully capable. You're powerful creator beings. King of Fire, harnessed power. motivated, ambitious, focused, be a leader and inspire others. So this, I feel like this row of cards here is just reminding you that you can do hard things, reminding you of what a powerful being you are. Especially with this golden topaz here, just reminding you to tap into your confidence, remember who you are. Even if you're feeling not very sure of yourself or feeling like you might not be able to do this, you totally can. Eight of Earth. It says learning all there is to know about a subject, school, or training. But this to me feels like you guys are just moving forward with day-to-day life, doing the things that you need to be doing, getting things done. You're going through the motions, even though you might not be entirely sure what you're doing, you're doing it, you're showing up. We have the leap of faith under the Two of Earth. That might be why the energy, the balancing is kind of tricky right now, is because you are feeling a little unsure of yourself. You're entering into new territory. Some of you, I mean, this could be, this could be a whole new life. Maybe you recently were divorced. You just got married. Maybe you've moved. It's a new job, or it could be all of those things. So I feel like that's the balancing. It's a lot of new energy. So it's new to you energy. So I feel like the balancing, I feel like that's why it's a little tricky to balance. But this card says dream big, which I feel like you guys definitely are doing. It says take risks. I feel like you've done that or are about to do that. Leap into the unknown, a childlike wonder. Yeah, and I really love this. Going back to that energy of the topaz, that linear path, like you know what you want. You may not totally know how to get there, but you know what it is that you want, and you're totally going for it. And you're staying the course, you're staying the path, no matter if people are agreeing with you, not agreeing with you. We have the Page of Earth, learning about material life. It does feel like you guys are learning about a new way of living, a new way of being. So the Earth cards, Pentacles, that's all about money, work, family, day-to-day, material life, tangible goods. The card says practical, wanting to prosper, learning how to manage money and career. Also having this card underneath the Five of Fire, this could be talking about an argument or conflict at work. So that could be this disagreement here. But making sure you stand up for yourself, you advocate for yourself, and you don't back down. Interesting cards. Ace of Fire, something new. You know, this is a door closing, a cycle ending. But you're super fired up about it. You're really excited about it. This is new passion, new creativity, new ideas, new action coming in. The card says inspirational ideas, new passion, creativity, a fresh start. And that's really what I'm feeling here. It is a fresh, you guys are embarking on a fresh start. And if you have not, if there are opportunities knocking at your door, new endeavors, and you are pulling back, you're afraid to make those changes, you know, make those changes. Or at least start to imagine what your life could look like, or how do you want to feel in the future. You know, the card here says the path. You know, what path are you on, and are you enjoying it? Is this where you want to be headed? I feel like it's interesting because we ask the question what to avoid, what to be wary of, and what I feel with these cards here is staying stuck. be wary of staying stuck. Be wary of doing things the same and being miserable, you know? So definitely encouragement to make those changes, do things a little differently, allow things to close out, allow chapters of your life to close, move forward from them. That's what we're meant to do, as hard as that can be at times. But lots of creation energy here, lots of newness coming in. Let me just look at some of the numbers here. Wow, really exciting. I'd love to hear what's going on with you guys, pile 3. I would love to hear what chapters are closing for you, what new doors are opening. It feels really powerful, especially with both of the topaz crystals. The other thing I will say is topaz is, I see it as kind of like a warrior stone. So it is a reminder that you are divinely protected, you are headed in the right direction, and you are spiritually supported. All right, you guys. Pile 3, have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you soon.